Shawn's U.S. registered trademark H2G is all about his trusted relationship model as covered in his book, From Fears to Freedom, the H2G Revolution. His book is endorsed by international and local leadership guru Ken Blanchard, our U.S. Navy SEAL teams, Qualcomm Executive Management, Division I University coaches, and diversified small and large companies nationwide. Please join me in a warm welcome to Mr. Shawn Cassidy.
I want to start off and ask the question in the short time that we have here today to each of you. How important are trusted and meaningful relationships in your life? Please. Huge. Very. Everything. Anybody else? Everything. The question is, what are we doing to grow those relationships, to nurture those relationships, and to sustain those relationships on a day in and day out basis? That's the question. What I want to share with you in the short time that we have here today is focus in on H2G. It's a particular formula that I came up with. It's nothing new. It's been here since the beginning of time. I just put a big bow around it. And I want to introduce that to you today. But it goes to the core of the most important thing in our life. And that's going to be the secret or the formula to building, growing, and sustaining those relationships. What's the first thing comes to your mind when you think of H2O? Exactly. The most important compound in the world, right? To our existence and survival. We can't live without it. Without it, in 3 days, we're gone. Correct? Absolutely. It's huge. When you leave here today, there's one other compound that I want to add to the periodic table. And I tell people it's on there already. They don't believe me. And that's H2G. So H2G, the most important ingredient needed to do what? To thrive. Water to survive and H2G to thrive in your life, to realize real growth, real fulfillment, and real success. Before I get into that, I'd like to identify what trust is. Fair enough? We got to know what trust is before we talk about building trusted and meaningful relationships. When I was at USC, I had the privilege to meet a professor there, Dr. Herb Shepard. Has anybody heard the name? One of the pioneers and founders of the concept of organizational development, the study of people in organizations, the health of organizations. How do they tick? How do they work? Today, what do we call it? Corporate culture, right? Corporate culture. How do the people operate? What's the health of our organization? How well are we doing? Dr. Shepard inspired me to write a paper when I was in graduate school, 7 Steps to Understanding and Building the Trusted Relationship. And that was the first part where I really became keenly interested in understanding people and relationships. I grew up in a very structured military family, so I think I had a head start, but I wanted to take it to the next level. So I'm going to share the 7-step trusted relationship ladder with you, if I may. It starts with likability in my model. People like working with people they like, right? Fair enough? We like working with people we like. The problem is, as individuals, we have a lot of prejudices, right? We're very judgmental, and we're very biased. And how many times have you met the person for the first time and you said, wow, I don't even know if I can deal with this personality. 2 years later, you're married to the person, right? Has that happened before? Trust me, or business partners, it happens all the time. Remember, we don't get a second chance to make a first impression. You may get a second opportunity to build that relationship, but you do not get a second chance to make a first impression.
Boy, Shawn Cassidy, all I can say is that H2G program, I would say that he lives every part of that. I have to say it was a fantastic presentation, and I look forward to learning more about it.
Let's define and get into what H2G is right now. You ready? Adopting and living a passionate and positive H2G. Head, heart, and gut. Mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual mindset. It's a mindset on a daily disciplined basis. To do what? To build trusted and meaningful relationships in our life. And what is the why? What's the purpose of that? For the most important thing in all of our lives. Isn't it about growth, happiness, and fulfillment and success? Is that true? That's what we live for. That's the 7-step relationship ladder to trust. How's that resonate with you? Thank you. Thank you. Now let's jump into H2G. Head, heart, and gut. They're all connected. They're all connected, starting with the head, the heart, and the gut, the 3 vessels. When we talk about the head, think about it for a minute. Think about this brain. It's a little average 3 pounds. It's a 3-pound miracle worker that sits on our shoulder. Isn't that amazing? 80 to 100 billion neurons are going through this brain. 80 to 100 billion neurons. Can you believe that? It's made up of 78% water. And 2/3 of every thought, 2/3 of every thought that goes through your brain and my brain and your neighbor's brain and your friend's brain is somehow related or connected to what? Fear. Survival is a very good one, and that's true. Fear. And how do we deal with fear? We need to first identify the fear, understand the fear, manage the fear, and then finally overcome the fear. And what I'm going to propose to you today, we're never supposed to do that alone. You've got to do that with meaningful and trusted relationships with the teams in your life. Your family team, your spousal team, your workplace team, your charity team, your spiritual team. You need these teams to help you not only survive, but to what? But to thrive. Exactly. The next one is focus. How critical is focus? We've got so many distractions in this world, right? We're living on iPhones. We're living on iPads. Gallup poll says that we're spending 5.5 hours a day in front of a screen. And what I'm worried about this next generation, they become so addicted and so obsessed with technology. What's happening? They're becoming desensitized. We have 7 billion people in the world right now. And people think we're becoming more and more, what? Connected? When in fact we're becoming what? Thank you. More and more disconnected. We've got to deal with that. We have to tackle that. Many of my friends think we've already gone over the cliff. I'm an optimist. I say we can't lever it over the cliff right now. Okay, we're hanging right there. And we've got to be cognizant of that within the brain, and we've got to do something. If we don't, we're in trouble.
I'm Diane Arnold with Engage Solutions out of Oceanside, California, and I'm here today with the Chamber event with Carlsbad. And our guest speaker was Shawn Cassidy, and I have to tell you, of all the speakers that I've heard over the years, Shawn was probably one of the most inspiring and motivating speakers that I've heard in a long time. His story is phenomenal. He obviously is very passionate about his truth, and I purchased 3 of his books, 1 for me personally and 2 for very good friends of mine, and it was just an honor to hear his story. Wish him all the success, and it was a great opportunity to be here today.
The head and heart are connected as a vessel. Every human being in this room has 4 chambers in their heart. The first one is what I refer to as the passionate warrior. The passionate warrior. That chamber is somebody who is so enthusiastic and so on fire and so committed to their cause and to their mission. There's many people I can think of. Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, John Wooden, for the basketball fans out there. Think of, throw some names out there, people that you think of. Give me a name. Lombardi. And what did Lombardi say? Connect with the hearts. And I love that. Connect with the hearts and the heads will follow. Connect with the hearts and the heads will follow. One of the most profound things and so simple that the great Vince Lombardi shared as a coach. Who said that? Give that man a hand back there. Thank you very much. I love it. Thank you.
His program is spectacular. It goes to the heart of what we in the healthcare field recognize as among the most important things in keeping people alive and thriving. So I wish him the best. I know that many people give these kinds of messages but more for publicity. I believe Shawn is talking from his heart, and that his passion is something we can all learn and share.
There's so many things that we thought we knew, right? And we don't. Or that we need to unlearn. We're in a new dynamic, changing time. We don't understand multi-cultures in this world. We don't understand this new young generation. Remember the book that was out, Men Are From Venus, Women Are From Mars? I want to contact that author and say, and teenagers are from Neptune, which is no longer now recognized, so I guess I'd say Jupiter. I think that'd be a bestseller. You guys think so? For those that have teenagers, know exactly what I'm talking about.
Hi, my name is Ken May, owner of Ken May Insurance Services in Carlsbad. I came to the event today not knowing what to expect from Shawn, and I have to say I was very moved. We've had some challenges, both personally and professionally, and Shawn seemed to hit on everything. Very inspirational, and everything he says is everything every business owner should know. I'm also the president of the American Agents Alliance. It's a group of independent insurance agents, about 1,500 strong. And I'm going to have Shawn, I'm going to ask him anyway, see if we can work it out to have him come to our convention and be our keynote speaker. I think that every business owner needs to take to heart what Shawn has to say. So nice job, very inspirational, and I'm so glad I came today.
My name is Blake. I'm from the Chopra Center here in Carlsbad at the La Costa Resort, and I've been working with Deepak for about 4 years now, and I'm a meditation teacher there. And Shawn's message today really hit home, not only about his son. I'm the oldest of 4 boys, and just to know what a father goes through and what I personally would go through in a situation if that was happening with one of my siblings. But from an aspect of the head, heart, and gut, I think on the meditation side of things, I really look at those things daily and really try to figure out through my intuition and planting those seeds and really manifesting that are the decisions from my heart and my head really going to guide me in the right direction.
Hi, my name is Allison, and I also work at the Chopra Center on site at the Omni La Costa Resort. And Blake and I came today to see Shawn speak, and it was incredibly moving. When he got up and started talking about his son, I found myself totally choked up because I belong in a similar age group to his son. A lot of friends that went through similar experiences, and it hits really close to home. And then when he went on to give his speech, it really resonates with what we do at the Chopra Center, but from a business standpoint. And people who are in business, who are probably the ones that need this the most, it can really resonate with them. And I think it really touched a lot of people in the room. I know it touched me. I was especially inspired by being a full-time student, and what he means is just by absorbing, learning, growing, thinking all the time, and just continually making not only yourself better, but doing things to make your surroundings better, to make the people around you feel better, and being a part of something bigger than yourself. And that's something I try and work on all the time, and hearing about it and getting to sit with a like-minded group of people was just really nice and a really fun way to start the day.
What I want to leave here today is if you believe in the H2G model, how does that sit with you? Head, heart, and gut? Does it connect with you? Thank you very much. I want to ask you today to take that mindset, to live this lifestyle, and be a difference maker. Go out there today as an agent of change and say, what am I going to do within those teams? Again, the family team, the volunteer team, the spiritual team, could be the softball league team. What am I going to do today to make that small impact? How can I be a difference maker? How can I be an agent of change? If you believe in this message that I talked about, I want you to join the H2G revolution. I want it to be a global cause, and it starts with you. It starts right here. But we need to connect with the hearts, and the heads will follow. Some people may say, Shawn, I don't know if you can do that. I said, I can, but I can do it with you. Howard Schultz built a small coffee company, or 121,000 offices in 63 countries around the world. And he had a very simple mission statement that he still has today. One person, one cup, and one community at a time on every street corner. H2G, we want to inspire and nurture humanity. And I give Howard incredible incredible kudos, because he really got me fired up with that, and I use that as a springboard. I want to inspire and nurture humanity one person, one trusted relationship, and one team at a time. And I hope you can join me in that endeavor. Thank you very much.